And we roll on this afternoon on Central Valley Talk. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Mike Scott, joined now by a face you might recognize if you're a local football fan. Dwayne Wright played for Fresno State, went on to play in the NFL. Now you come back to train.
No, I came back. Yeah, after I retired, I moved back home to San Diego, coached some high school football for about 4.5 years, and then I received a call from West Hills College Coalinga to coach running backs, and that's what I did. So I've been in the Valley for about 6.5 months so far.
Yeah. I have to ask you, it just occurred to me, you said San Diego.
Yes.
Chargers leaving, do you believe it?
You know what?
Going to L.A.?
A part of me does, because the history of San Diego Chargers, they start off as L.A. Chargers. A lot of people don't know that. So they actually will be going back home if they did. But for the San Diego diehard Charger fans, I mean, it's tough. But we have a lot of land, a lot of space, so that's what a lot of the fans are getting kind of bummed out about, because we pay taxes, and all those tax dollars that's going to Qualcomm Stadium is just a waste. So that's what the community right now are pretty much upset about. Yeah.
Where do you think the Raiders will end up?
I think the Raiders will end up probably in Carson. I truly
really?
Believe,
you think there'll be two stadiums in L.A.?
I think there will probably be one stadium, but like when I played for the Giants and we had the Jets there, we shared a stadium. So, I mean, it was a moneymaker, but at the same time, you have two organizations that's been in the cities for over 15, 20 years, and now people are losing jobs.
Yeah.
So there's all types of different results you have to factor into it.
Okay. We could talk football all day, but let's talk about California Dawgs, which is your developmental football organization.
Yes.
First of all, the name, DAWGS. What is that? Any reference to the Bulldogs?
Oh, of course. I'm a Bulldog at heart. That's why
wearing red,
and that's our colors. Basically, I wanted to keep everything in the Valley, and I wanted to keep it in perspective to what I'm trying to do in the Valley. Obviously, there's a lot of Bulldog fans, and, I did a lot of good things as a Bulldog in the community. So I wanted to incorporate that whole feel, and even for the guys that grew up that maybe didn't get a chance to go to Fresno State University, now they can live through what I'm trying to do and some of my peers that did play with me and in the community.
So tell me about your business. What exactly do you do?
So first, we are in the process of finalizing our nonprofit status, 501c3, which is going to pinpoint the whole community. I mean, all the way through Sanger. Anywhere you can think of in the Valley, we will be there doing some type of community service. That's where it starts. I have all types of different ex-players and people in the community that wants to support, and it's kind of like overwhelming, because I want to make sure it fits exactly what my vision is. And my vision, to go back to the first point, is to basically incorporate sort of a field where guys can have somewhere to go to first train, secondly, be aware of what's going on outside in society, because there's not a lot of people that know how to write resumes. There's not a lot of people that have got their high school diplomas or even had a chance to even fill out a college application or even have a chance to speak to some NFL players in person that's humbled. This organization is all about that. It's all about community support. It's all about going back into the community and talking to these young kids, especially it starts where they're young, because I came up, with a stepfather, so I had a chance to have my mom and dad. Some of these guys and some of these ladies do not have the backing as some of us had. So now I get to step in and be just the fence to where, okay, we're going to stop it here, we're going to start all over, we're going to show you how to do things right. And through football, and that's what makes it great, because it's going to be through an organization who cares about you before the game of football or the game of being, a game of sports.
Have you already selected a place where you're going to have your training sessions?
Oh, of course.
Can you use one of the local fields?
Of course. Well, right now, I have a ton of places that we will be, considering playing at. But as being a business owner, I started small. So I'm getting all the coaches together, which I have semi-coaching staff. I already have my front office together. I have my secretary, which is Sherry McGee, who helps me get everything finalized and find areas and budget for me. I do have some mentors, like the commissioner of the SJVFL. His name is Mark Fugit, who was been in the Valley for a long time and helping the community and taking these guys to Children's Hospital and in the community and doing great work. I have people in place to help me. So now, this Saturday, we're actually doing our first workout and getting everyone together, and I get a chance to meet them. They get a chance to talk to me and ask me questions before we have the workouts and tryouts before the season starts.
Where's that going to be?
That's actually going to be at Synergy. Synergy Fitness and Personal Training. The address, we should have it popped up in a minute, but it will be off of Herndon. And they opened up the opportunity for me to come in and actually show these guys what it takes to make it to the next level. And the players, my potential players, will have an opportunity to actually have a training facility on this level. I mean, you have your semi-pro, you have, guys getting together to play football. This is totally different. This is a developmental organization, which means I am going to develop you to be where you want to be within a year or two. After 2 years, you need to be either going to college, you need to have a job, you need to, taking care of your kids or whatever it is. I'm going to guarantee that. And I think that's where I'm getting a lot of buzz, because there's nothing going on like this in Fresno. I mean, like I said, there's semi-pro, but there's not an organization that's going to take you by the collar and show you what to do. And I got that from Coach Pat Hill, so that is another, I think, edge that I have too, because I have Coach Pat Hill, I have Coach John Baxter. I also have my college coach and mentor, Coach Mark Gritton, that's at West Hills College. When I didn't have an opportunity to go to university right away, he took me in and he mentored me all the way up through the NFL, and now I ended up back at West Hills coaching. So that is a guy that I look up to, and he helps me with certain decisions.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm curious, you're going to be a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
So are you going to charge the kids, or how's it going to work? I mean, you're going to have to sustain yourself.
What it is for all adults. So it's 18
adults,
and up.
okay.
Yeah, it's 18 and up, and as a nonprofit, we're not here to profit from far as.
But there'll still be a charge for people.
But there will be a charge to be a member, and when you become a member, that includes your uniforms, that includes your practice uniforms, that includes travel. So that's all included, because some of these guys will have the opportunity to play college ball or to even get an NFL or arena tryout. So I have to make sure I follow those guidelines within the NCAA rules and certain, aspects of that nature. That's why I have to charge to be a member. But you can also get in touch with us, and on Facebook. That's where we communicate a lot. And our website should be up by the end of this week, and that's CaliforniaDawgsFootball.com.
And it's DAWGS.
DAWGS, and we also have a Twitter that's up also. So we are very active, like I said, already in the community, and we haven't even started one game yet.
Wow. I'm excited for you. Dwayne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I can't let you go without asking you, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Carolina Panthers.
You know what? Yeah. I
There
like
we go.
Carolina this year. Our Seattle fan doesn't doesn't agree. Thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.